Make your conscious mind the boss. Restore your high vibration life. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, when we're born into our physical body, we have a consciousness, and it is a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Now, the conscious mind is supposed to be the boss. That's the pinnacle of our power, our present moment conscious mind, and I'll get into that. Subservient to that is the subconscious mind, which is supposed to be storing beliefs that are in alignment with the way that life are, so that they're naturally supporting the things that we want. So right now, even me saying that, you can see something get out of alignment here. Because here we are, we're born into this world, and we're like a receiving tower. And we don't have much going on in our conscious or subconscious mind for those first little while when we're born. And so we're picking up energy from the people around us. Oh, are we? And those people are, what do they have? They have a lot of low vibration, faulty belief energy going on. So we know what we're picking up, and we know what then is being broadcast, the law of attraction. And we do not even know anything about that's going on. Quite frankly, the people around us don't either, and that's been the kind of the trouble, you could say, with humanity, although it's contrast and opportunity, is that we haven't been understanding that we keep retraining the new generation in the same way with the same faulty beliefs. See, this is all kind of oblivious to, still many people on the planet don't understand what I'm saying here. And they're just living out the same cycle of faulty beliefs. So here we are, we're new to the planet, and within us, our inner being knows how life works and everything, but on our conscious basis, in our consciousness, we don't understand we don't understand that knowing of life from that level of consciousness. And so we're picking up all of that energy from the people around us. So now this quickly explains, people ask me, well, Brian, what about when things happen to children that aren't very pleasant? You can probably see here pretty quickly, it's an right? It's the people, the energy of the people around the child influencing that energy in them. See, the law of attraction doesn't know why that child is offering the energy that they are. They just give them back the equal energy. And so we're kind of responsible for the children's energy as they're growing up. And so you can see we really want to know this stuff so that we can really start giving a really good influence to the children so that their early vibrations to the law of attraction are in alignment and not out of alignment. So really important there. So let's carry on. So what happens? So even though the conscious mind is supposed to be the boss, it turns out that because of that programming, it isn't acting like the boss. We're not intentionally using our conscious mind. Our subconscious mind is receiving all of that faulty belief information. And so it is broadcasting to the law of attraction. It's also influencing our conscious mind. See, our conscious mind growing up is pretty limp and weak because we are absolutely taught nothing about it. So it just goes along for the ride, even though it's this very, very powerful mechanism within us, right? But until we start to learn this knowledge of life, in that, we can take charge of our conscious mind, and we don't have to go along with those thoughts that are coming. We can choose different thoughts. But in our growing years, you could be in your teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. It doesn't matter. If you haven't done the reprogramming, you see, you're kind of a puppet on a string because your subconscious beliefs are running your life. Unless you clear them, they're running your life. And a lot of them are faulty. We just know it because we don't grow up with this knowledge of life. So we fill it in with a lot of things that, humanity tries to figure out on how to get life to work, but it doesn't work really because it is not the creative process. It's not based on energy. It's based on a lot of conditional, dependent things on the planet. So this is why, the life of people on the planet is the way it is. Some degree of train wreck going on in life because even though we want what we want, you see, we're not really using our conscious mind intentionally, so we're still subject to the momentum of faulty beliefs about ourselves, about life, all the aspects of life, relationships, money, you name it, the whole thing. It's all in there. And it's constantly on an auto broadcast to the law of attraction. So even if you try to do something in action and make something happen, you might get it to stick for a bit, but then those subconscious beliefs will pull it all back to the level of vibration that it is. So that's what's going on, and we want to do something about that now. We want to get our conscious mind back to be the boss, because that's how we take charge of our life and get our natural high vibration life back. So now what we're going to start doing, and what you're learning from the things that I'm teaching, now when the subconscious mind is trying to influence you, so you're triggered in a situation. Let's say you have a neighbor next to you, and because of your energy, you've attracted to yourself and come together with a neighbor who you're at odds with. And so you've been having some arguments and whatnot. But now you're starting to learn, oh, that neighbor's there behaving that way because I've got energy in me that matches them. So I can't control their energy, but I can control my energy. Why don't I stop saying the things that I'm saying about my neighbor and the ways that I'm saying and whatnot, and come up with a new story, and understanding that they are a vibrational match and a feedback to me. And I want to look at it differently. I want to tell a new story because I keep talking about the neighbor in the same way, keep that vibration going, and I end up with conflicts with my neighbor. Now, this applies to anything in life. I'm just using the neighbor experience example. It's an easy one, but really anything in life, what I'm talking about applies in the same way. So we say, okay, when the next time my neighbor does something that I don't like, I'm not going to react to it, right? I'm going to be ready with a response, some kind of response that leaves me in a peaceful mind. I'm not going to be reacting. I'm going to be responding, and I'm going to come up with a perspective. And I know that that's my energy coming back. And quite frankly, you could literally overlay your face on your neighbor, because that's your energy coming back to you. It's just coming back through the neighbor. And you're thinking, oh, that's not me. You know, in the old world where we don't understand energy, we think, oh, that's my neighbor doing something to me. And they're not, really. It's just the law of attraction sort of hooked you up, and they're coming back to you with the energy that you put out there. So it's a very valuable piece of awareness. And at the same time, the experience is one that you don't like. And so now you know what you do like, and so does your inner being. And so it sets up the one that you do like. So as you stop reacting, Now you're consciously using your conscious mind. You're making it the boss, because you're saying faulty beliefs, trying to tell you something about, oh, that's not fair, and trying to sort of influence you into another argument, and telling you things about your neighbor and all those kinds of things. That's what faulty beliefs do. And you're saying, no, talk to the hand, no more. I'm not listening to you. I got my own thoughts. I know what's happening here, and I'm going to see this in a different way so that I'm not upset and bothered by it. I understand it vibrationally. I don't like it, but I understand it vibrationally. So I'm going to get at peace with it here, and I'm going to tell a new story. I'm going to set a new intention. I'm going to set a new vibration that, I like living space and neighbors and neighborhood or whatever it is that have these kinds of qualities. So now I'm telling that story, and I'm going to build that new loop. I'm going to build that new vibration. For a little while, the subconscious belief is still going to have momentum. It's going to still be dominant. It's still going to be attractive. So your neighbor's still going to come at you. And your faulty belief is still going to influence you, and it's going to try to draw you into those old negative feeling thoughts, but you just keep saying, no, 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 no. You just keep talking to the hand. I'm not listening anymore. I am taking this as an opportunity to bring in those new feeling, good feeling perspectives on what the situation really is vibrationally, and the new story, the new situation that I want. So as you do that over and over and over again, then all of a sudden things start to change. Now you're using your conscious mind the way it was meant to be used, and the subconscious mind starts to become subservient to that mind. Now you still got a little bit of train wreck going on from the residual momentum of the faulty belief, but you're starting to you're starting to see some evidence that your new thought pattern is starting to pay off. It's starting to catch up. It's starting to build momentum. So you keep going with it. And then what happens is, now your subconscious mind is reprogrammed. It's rewired with that new story, and it becomes the dominant energy that supports what you want, the neighborhood experience that you want. Now you're back in your natural self. You're feeling good about yourself. You know your power as the creator of your reality, that you can be or do or have anything you want. The whole universe is behind you. You're completely in alignment with that now. You know that nothing is arbitrarily happening to you or coming into your life to disturb you. It's all coming back to you. So now you see you're at peace with all of that. You vibrationally understand it. So it's all good feeling stuff now that it tells you it's contrast, expansion, and receiving. And so as you stay that course, then the physical world does catch up, and you find yourself in a different neighborly situation that reflects that new story, that new high vibration, that new desire that you want. And that happens all within you. The change in your energy first at this stage where you just don't go along with those old thoughts anymore. You say, no, I'm not going there. And you bring in the new thoughts. It's the deconstruct, the reconstruct, the transmutation. But what you end up is a perspective change. You stop seeing your neighbor in that old negative feeling way and the situation in an old negative feeling way. Now you start to see how it's serving you. Now you start telling a new story. You see, now you've taken charge of your conscious mind. You've taken charge to bring in those high vibration thoughts, those good feeling thoughts, change the momentum, change the perspective. Now you're flying high. Now you're flying high. And as you keep doing that, you got to be consistent. You can't be drawn in, because remember, just because you start to change doesn't mean you change the momentum, because the faulty belief is still going to be dominant for a little while. And your neighbor's still going to come at you for a little while, and you just keep responding, I should say, not reacting, responding with a new good feeling way to deal with it. And then as you are in that higher energy, then you start to change and you get your subconscious mind cleaned up. And now what it's broadcasting is something in agreement with what your conscious mind wants, the conscious broadcasting. And now the experience, your neighborhood experience, has to change. It has to change. That is a law of the universe. That new experience has to match the dominant energy that you now have going. Okay, so that is how you make the conscious mind the boss, and why you want to make the conscious mind the boss. That's why our life hasn't been flowing in the way that we want it. So you can see that these things about, getting techniques together, or, using some kind of outside world situation, physical action, or anything to change things, it doesn't work. It can't change. It's not changing the energy. So the situation really can't change in any permanent long-term way. You've got to make your conscious mind the boss. And that means when a thought comes that does not feel good, it's a negative feeling thought, that's your cue to say, my subconscious mind, there's a faulty belief in my subconscious mind trying to influence me into that old thought pattern again, that old habit. And if I go there, then I just stay in that same energy, and my neighbor situation stays the same. And I don't want that. I want a better life. I want a better experience here. So then your conscious mind, you choose for it to be the boss and say, no, here's the way I'm going to think about this. Here's the new story I'm telling, the new vibration, and I'm going to line up with that. I'm going to stay in alignment with that anytime I have any dealings with my neighbor, even though they may still come at me for a little bit in ways that seem to be antagonistic or unfair or whatever it is you want to call it. You just say, no, that's me and my vibration coming back to me. I'm going to relax here, going to stay in alignment, going to handle it, whatever it is. I'll handle it in a way that keeps me calm and at peace. I just don't want to react with those thoughts anymore, because I want to get out of this situation, and the way out is the energy way out. You got to change the energy first, because the situation that you're experiencing is a manifestation of your energy, right? Your mind is the movie projector, and your life is the movie. So if it's going to change, you got to change it on the inside, okay? So you got to make your conscious mind the boss. That's the thing that you're really looking to do. That's the thing that is the thing that's going to change your life. That's how you get in charge of your life. Never mind techniques and all that kind of silliness. You got to get in charge of your conscious mind to have it flowing in high vibration energy through the day on all matters, and particularly where things in your life you don't like them, you're not going to react to them. You're going to bring in a new story, a new response, a new understanding, And you're going to restore your high vibration life in that way. That's what we're getting to. We're restoring our high vibration life. We're not looking for a technique to try to get something to manifest. That's absolute nonsense, and it's not what we came for, and it's not going to give you anywhere near the fulfilling life you came for. We have got to get back in the flow of natural high vibration energy. We're high vibration energy beings, and that's how our life flows in the ways that we want when we flow it. And this is the way that you do it. You take charge of your conscious mind. You make it the boss, and you make that subconscious mind subservient. For too long in humanity, the subconscious mind has been the boss artificially because we haven't known this stuff and what's been happening and how to change it. But now we do. Now it's time to get that conscious mind booted up in its boss role that it has. It's massively powerful. You can take charge of it in any situation. And then you get that subconscious mind of yours rewired so that the beliefs in there support the things that you want. And you just watch how your life starts to flow in an effortless way, things coming in. And that doesn't mean that there's not lots of action and effort. There is, but it's from a very different mindset, very, very positive mindset, not making things happen, struggle, strain, none of that stuff. Okay? So that is how you make your conscious mind the boss, and why you want to make your conscious mind the boss. If you want to get in charge of your life and seeing it manifesting in the ways that you want, this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. Okay? So that's the message for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any comments, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.